You've been chasing happiness your entire life, haven't you? Running after promotions, relationships, possessions, believing that the next achievement will finally fill that void inside. But what if I told you that a simple Zen story could completely transform how you understand happiness forever? What if everything you've been taught about joy and contentment is actually keeping you miserable? There once lived a farmer whose horse ran away. His neighbors rushed to console him, saying, "What terrible luck." The farmer simply replied, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returned with 7 wild horses. The neighbors exclaimed, "What wonderful fortune." Again, the farmer said, "Maybe." His son tried to tame one of the wild horses and broke his leg. "How awful!" cried the neighbors. "Maybe," the farmer responded. When war broke out and soldiers came to draft young men, they passed over the farmer's son because of his broken leg. "What amazing luck!" the neighbors shouted. The farmer's response remained unchanged. Maybe. This ancient story reveals the most profound truth about human suffering that modern psychology is only now beginning to understand. You see, happiness isn't something you find or achieve, it's something you stop destroying. Every time you label an experience as good or bad, you're creating the very prison that keeps you from peace. The farmer understood what Buddha called the middle way, what Stoics like Marcus Aurelius practice daily, and what neuroscience now confirms. Your judgments about reality cause more suffering than reality itself. Think about your own life right now. How many times have you been devastated by something that later turned out to be a blessing? How often have you celebrated achievements that eventually led to problems? The farmer's wisdom isn't about being passive or indifferent. It's about recognizing that life's events are neutral until you attach meaning to them. When you stop being a victim of your own interpretations, you discover something remarkable. Contentment was always there, waiting beneath your judgments. Modern research in positive psychology backs this ancient wisdom. Studies show that people who practice non-judgmental awareness report higher life satisfaction than those constantly evaluating their experiences. Dr. John Kabat-Zinn's mindfulness-based stress reduction programs have helped millions find peace, not by changing their circumstances, but by changing their relationship to those circumstances. The farmer's maybe is actually a sophisticated psychological tool for maintaining emotional equilibrium. But here's what most people miss about this story. The farmer wasn't suppressing his emotions or pretending not to care. He was demonstrating something far more powerful: the ability to hold space for uncertainty without collapsing into anxiety or euphoria. In a world obsessed with instant gratification and constant stimulation, this might be the most revolutionary act you can perform. When you stop demanding that life conform to your expectations, you finally become free to experience what's actually happening. The transformation begins the moment you catch yourself in judgment. Instead of immediately labeling your experience as good or bad, pause and whisper maybe to yourself. Notice how this simple word creates space between you and your automatic reactions. This isn't about becoming emotionally numb. It's about developing what the Zen tradition calls beginner's mind, approaching each moment with fresh eyes rather than predetermined conclusions. Your happiness doesn't depend on getting what you want or avoiding what you don't want. It depends on your willingness to dance with whatever life brings without losing your center. The farmer knew something that took me years to understand. Peace isn't the absence of problems. It's the presence of wisdom in the face of uncertainty. When you truly grasp this, you'll never look at happiness the same way again. If this ancient wisdom resonated with you, hit that like button and let me know in the comments how you plan to apply the farmer's maybe to your own life. Subscribe to this channel for more life-changing insights from the world's greatest philosophical traditions, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this message today. Remember, true transformation happens when wisdom meets action. So go practice being the farmer in your own story